Hey all, in today's video I'm gonna show you a 555 funnel that opens in 0.45, closes in 0.45. Yeah. And I'll just also tell a bit about the story behind these, not all the doors behind me, but just these few. Yeah. So this is the door. And you might think why am I showing this? I showed this door a while ago. Why am I showing this door? I mean, it's smaller, but the real reason is, maybe you can already tell, it's observerless. And yeah, it's also fully reliable, unlike previous versions. But how did we get here? Now, I showcased this door a while ago, and I actually don't remember what I said about it. At least it's also 0.45 closing. But with these doors, it's always the same thing, and I'm not crazy happy about them. Which maybe sounds weird, but the thing is, these doors aren't crazy hard, especially if you actually spend some time. Now, this door, the reason why it's a 3i bottom instead of a 2i is completely my fault. Gajura, what I believe is I started this door, I had some stuff here already, and then Gajura came along and we just kind of built from there, but I did not prepare a setup, so we just YOLO'd everything. And you can definitely tell that that's the thing. During with this very chaotic wiring that's just does everything instead of having some parts that do a lot of other things. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense. I will not, when I make a tutorial for this one, it will make more sense, I hope. But basically, this door was it's not bad, it's also kind of not good. And again, all of it my fault. Jura, he just worked about my janky planning, or rather non-existent planning. Yeah. So me when talking, we wanted to make a smaller one after this because, well, actually there were some smaller ones here from Parker 2. Maybe I can actually show them. Speed doesn't exist anymore, sadly, so I need to actually use commands to type /speed. Because while we built that door, he built first this. And then he cut off, because this is layout size except for this, but has a 2i bottom. And then he shaved off this, so okay, so apparently it's locational. I can annoy him about that later, or whenever I talk to him again, or if you see this video, you know it's bad. I'm just kidding. Basically, how do I be when talking? I'm so sorry, my brain doesn't fully work. Basically, you made a thing and there are some issues with this, but it was smaller, and that's all that matter. He made a smaller version, so we wanted to also make a smaller one, but because we were fancy, we decided to make it top, not bottom based. And that was a grave mistake. I think actually, I don't fully remember, but I think I should just be able to place a lever over here. You can see quite a few things work here. You actually also have slime on the bottom for the doubles. But this is a problem. And the main problem is also we couldn't really get the sliders to work. I tried really hard to get them to work. Just couldn't. I mean, maybe I will get there someday, but point being, we didn't have a smaller version. I was annoyed. by that. But I also like, this is a slime door. I don't care too much about these usually. Like there are some for like where the layout inherently requires them, and even then I'm not a huge fan, but I'm like, in some cases there's just no other way, and in those cases I don't really care. One of those cases actually, like I've been working on, which you might actually see like somewhere in the background. So I don't know, kind of wild goose chase, but it's not like you can actually easily like see through this. Like even I know where it is. I'm just like teasing. Even I can't really like. I actually don't know if you can see it, or if there's too many doors in between. Well, if you are like you go on Synergy on my plot, maybe you can find it. Yeah. I'm getting distracted. So this was my retaliation. It's slow closing, but it is at least layout size. Create a loafer door, because I actually spent some time on a smart setup here, and this like is kind of could be done differently. Actually, don't even remember why this is here. Oh, I think it was because some. Maybe it actually was. Oh no, I know. It's because of this dust. Updating this at the right time. I remember. But overall, it's like, it's not crazy at all. The only real interesting thing is like on this side, the way I do the free empty retraction here. Like when we look in this door, I actually forgot what the free game tick is. This is the free game tick. The free game tick here is like, I mean, it's also just like, it's like here it's actually like circuitry, right? It's circuitry that goes into the side a little bit. And here we power this through this plug. Oh yeah, I find this is so hilarious. Anyways, and like with this weird, like it's interesting. But what changed here is that kind of the way I do the free game tick. I'm just gonna freak him again. Is way more compact. It's way closer to the thing. Like here there's like this wire going through, it's wasted space. Where here it is just this piston and this piston with this, like it's a bit annoying. Like this was just something I thought it's hard to explain. Well, just explain this. I will explain like how this door works, or how like this door works, which kind of is based on this door in some ways in the tutorial. But point being, this corner here didn't use any observers. Yes, this used an observer, like 2 observers. Here were some observers, and the top and sides used observers, but it wasn't a crazy amount. Like, it was chill. So I was like, there has to be a way of making this observerless. And I'm not even aware of any other one of these that is observerless. I kind of refuse to believe that I'm the first one. The only thing I could see is I'm being the first one to make one like layout size, but even then I'm kind of doubtful of that. Like, so if you can find like, I don't know, because if nobody has actually managed like one of these, like observerless, then this is the fastest funnel, observerless. It would be hilarious, but I really I don't think that's the case. So yeah, I just haven't been able to find thing, but like this wasn't so hard that nobody would have done it so far, right? Tangent. This was my first attempt. There were like 2 main issues with this. The main issue is this and you may think like, does it just not retract? And the thing is, it does retract after free game ticks, and then immediately 0 ticks again. And that's because the way like the 0 tick works, here like we retract this. Like this one is like from here, which is kind of interesting in the way I do the thing, and this one is retracted, and then we have this which retracted again from after free, and I should actually just stay in free cam. So basically we have this thing, and this like makes this retracted free, and then like 0 tick again. Kind of hilarious. But there's also this up here. like this obviously could have like logged. And this free game tick is also kind of E, but like this was just simple rewiring, because making something like this fit is kind of pointless. Like I wanted to try and make this corner first, and then I saw okay, like this corner inherently doesn't work the way I have it set up, so I need something else, and this is where I ended up with. Now if we look at the bottom here, this is very similar. This side is also the same, it's all just like the way the top works. So here I had 2 on the side, and that made the side very easy, but everything else kind of cringe. Like maybe I could have done something differently, but the way like just having this like one just one double here makes the wiring for the side like really easy, because you just have this 2-tick buddying, like you're seeing this, and that means like we can update, like abuse the fact that it only checks after 3. It checks after 3, that is doesn't realize it's unpowered until this piston finishes at 3 game ticks, and so everything works out. And we can just QC this from here, and like the way we do this is actually a sort of a pseudo. It isn't a pseudo in the sense that like this line is just on, it gets pulled here, you realize it's thing, so it's kind of a pseudo. I do not know if you would call this a pseudo or not. I kind of do, like it works as a pseudo, but as you can, like it's also just like, yeah, but basically I just retract this, the 1, 2, 3, right? So there's that. For the top, this is locational. This specifically here, it gets powered from here, and this does also things. It can happen that this does all power updates this, and then this extends before this powers, and that's locational. There's this is also inherently locational, because actually for this to work, what we abuse is that this dust turns off, and then later this dust turns off. So basically like in a branching here, that it travels up and then to the side, because this dust here is the thing that updates this piston to retract immediately. But again, like this is also unreliable. The free game tick here is interesting though, because basically we have this, which is butted right now. And we, by like this dust turning on, it moves over. And it stays over, and like this is butted from this line, like this target, right? And this unpowers, and but it doesn't receive an update. It only receives an update when this piston extends, when this redstone block is retracted. It like this starts retracting at 0, powers this after free game ticks, meaning this does the free game tick delay perfectly. We also reach like leech for this down here, and this is just like some nothing crazy. If we look at the top, like same, like we also released the free game tick delay from here, but this is where the 0-tick comes from. With like having this line just on, this retracts immediately, then this is here, and this has like power on powers, and there's a free game tick pulse, and so like pause this line, and it's kind of like a pseudo. So it just does things. Problem is that it actually would only update things, but it wouldn't 0-tick, so we need these rails, which these rails actually don't make this location unreliable. And actually, like these rails aren't even an issue for this, because remember, like this gets powered from here, while these rails will be powered via this dust. So like these rails aren't an issue for this or this. There are just other issues around it. Yeah, and for this, yeah, it's not a crazy hard though. But the problem is, wait, a few locationality issues. One being this, thingy here. Actually, like this isn't locational. You will see why I actually went to this side. And then there are a few issues with this side, not in the sense that it's locational, but just see, look how fucking slow it is. like it's proper for, like it's 0.6 closing instead of 0.45. So yeah, it wasn't good. So I fixed closing, and this actually, like, because I just kept the bottom for this, here I actually read at bottom, so that, because the reason why I couldn't like power like this here worked because I had pistons in both locations. I didn't have this luxury here, and the reason why, like, I had no other way to do this is there was no real way of just running a dust into, like, on the other side, like so. So yeah, and essentially I just read at bottom, so I had the space for this line. Could have also put the line like here, doesn't, like, instead of there, like, doesn't really change anything. Point being, like, I read it this in a different way, like this works completely differently basically. This could be a target block. Yeah. Then up here we still have like this kind of construct. This is very same. I just like the color coding is actually the same. I thought it was different, or the different color. Yeah, here this was lime. I actually changed it in this. No, I'm actually on this version. What am I talking about? Like this. The main difference is that you can see like this corner here changed quite heavily from here. Like here we just had this kind of thing. The target here and no input to this. Whereas here we go up and power both actually. And what this does is we power this after 3 game ticks from here, and remember, like this and select this, powers these two after 3 game ticks. From, like, because this gets powered off at 0 from the input. Input is here, and we just like travel up here. So this powers at 0. So these power at 3. And that also means like the pistons arrive here at the right time, so like where they didn't like do, but actually like after 3 game ticks, yeah, so they power at 6, like they here arrive at 6, so they power from like powering at 7 to 9. I think that's all. My brain is a bit fried, so calculations might be a bit off. Okay, I wanted to mute myself there, but I apparently created some like a macro thingy, because like, yeah, no, I'm ADHD, stop that. Long story short, like this side needed some redoing to accommodate for like this, and like the bottom needed redoing to accommodate for this, and so we ended. Why this should not be here? Why is this here? Oh no, I remember. This has existence rights. Right, because this was still slow. Yeah. Like this was, I think, actually even slow. Yeah, this especially, like. Or is it just, I actually forgot, it might also just have been 0.6. Anyways, so I just wanted to make faster. Make it faster. This corner stayed the same. What didn't stay the same as here, yeah, here exactly is where I removed this. So it immediately goes up. But because we needed the, like, we need the free game tick for this, like we can't have this moving instantly. So we just power this like from this target block moving down. This then connects to this line and powers this after 3, and this does the thing, and this by that point is also powered again. Doesn't matter. So that's the thing. And I read it this side. Like if you look at this from here, this is how it looked like, and I based like this is very similar. Problem is that this is again locational. Like this is for fast closing, but it is locational. I put a solid block here. Shit doesn't work. And again, that's not like, it doesn't always not work, it's just locational. Because this piston in this position could, like, if this unpowers first and then this unpowers, this doesn't realize it can unpower, because this does it unpowers. Now I managed to mute myself and not crit fucking macros. This piston here, and this does, like, if this does, when a solid block unpowers up before this, like before this, means that this piston, like, it gets held on from this, because when this unpowers, it's still powered from here, but this doesn't update this piston, and so nothing happens. And like, if you're wondering, these pistons, they're getting held on until further game takes notice, so they don't do shit. Yeah, so, and I was really annoyed at this. Like, I sat with this kind of thing for a while, and I couldn't find anything. And then I took a step outside, like, I think I went for a walk with my dog, and I found this, which is very, very, like, literally, it's just like moving this from here to here. This allows us to immediately power this, because the thing what we needed to do is we needed to power this instantly from here, because if we calculate the amount of, so we have like no delay, no delay, no delay, this goes here, so we have this pause at 3, and so what we have to do is this has to move down at 3, so it is down there at 6, so this piston, like these pistons, power from 6 to 9 in order for like fast loading. That's why, like, I'm going up here, and why this is slow, because this actually has an extra piston in between. I am so good at this. Yeah, but this kind of solved all of this. It was like, when I saw it, it was incredibly simple, but it took me a while to see this. So yeah. Well, this is, I guess, my story of these doors. I don't think they're terribly hard, but I do think still, like, you can, like, with any door, you can learn things from them. I personally, like, this door isn't hard, not even obvious, but the thing is just that you still need to think. Because if you underestimate it, even an easy door can, like, have interesting problems, because, like, with a smart setup, I managed to make, like, this is the same door as this one up there, a fully reliable Observerless version of a door that I made here with, like, a similar amount of difficulty, just because I didn't plan ahead. So yeah, I guess, I don't know what the moral of this story is. I'll make a tutorial for this. Also, I'm sorry, I, like, life has been busy as hell. I thought I had time during holidays, but turns out holidays are just like is where I have to do all the work that I can't do during school. So yeah, but still, I want to make videos, and this is one of those videos I'm gonna hopefully upload today. Yeah, as I said, tutorial for this is coming. I don't think it serves one. This is, like, actually a door that also could be interesting for survival, actually. Like, if you want to have a 5x5 funnel vault, I mean, this is a funnel, you can, like, build it again, mirrored with, like, one block of space between them. I don't actually think you need that. I think you probably could. I don't know if you could, but it feels like you should be able to make another version. You know, you need a bit of space. Like, you can mirror it, I think, but yeah, I need some interesting inputs then. It's not gonna be a true vault. It's just a funnel door, 5x5 funnel. And yeah, but I do think, like, it's interesting because you have only one thing that requires from something from another, I think, which is this comparator. But, like, I only think I remember the fact that they used things. Yeah, actually, they use the thing. I do not play enough survival, so I don't actually know, like, the crafting. Maybe there's something else that requires something from another aside from that. Yeah, I don't know. I do think it's interesting though. I'm gonna make a tutorial. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying around. Yeah, and I'll catch you in the next one. So see ya.